Okay, that's a good one. That's
Right?
a good one.
No, they're called the AFAM members, by the way.
They're called what?
AFAM.
A fam.
Yeah. It's a Filipino thing.
I think you need to change.
No.
The Big Dammers sounds good.
Big
man.
Dammers.
The Big
Yeah.
Dammers.
What's up, Big Dammers?
I feel like if you ask them, they will all be cool with it.
Oh. I think they are. They have to be.
Dexter, it's our show
I mean,
time.
what, they're gonna say no to you?
Exactly.
That's true.
Claude.
He would agree.
Yeah, yeah. There's no way.
Let's go to the draft here, boys.
Claude ban, by the way. Yangon are done with that. Boxer
Hellcat
banned out?
ban?
Yeah, not yet so far. Maybe because they've already banned out the box. But again, we've seen that even if there's no utility jungle,
Yeah.
Blink is probably going to be like, yo, coach.
Put that one in.
Be like, what are chances they're gonna counter me? None, right? They're just the L. I don't know if they laugh like that, but you know.
I don't know if Yangon laugh like that,
Yeah,
but
I
if they do,
yeah.
you're, oh, they banned Eve. They're not going to ban out the Hellcat. Okay, Yangon.
So they might just trade what? Do you think this is potentially either Jushin? Yeah, Jushin. Grok, again, one of the higher win rate heroes right now. First pick blue side. By the way, it seems like we've went from the alter ego drums to now the TL drums here.
We got a pretty big fan base for TLID here,
Yeah.
so
It's just the previous season there were not a lot of cheering.
yeah. So now
Because,
they've all converted to PH fans.
Now they're all
from
Filipino
TLID to
fans.
TLPH fans. By the way, YG are winning the fandom war.
Wow!
Wow, YG.
Shoutouts to YG. Oh, Jushin, man.
Got us at the Burmese, man. They really are coming in guns blazing with support.
That's so cool, man. I mean,
You're so cool.
You got to remember, I just want to throw this out there because we had this in the video earlier on where they did mention it. It was Aurora Turkia that mentioned the drums, which I don't know if it's all coming through the stream right now, actually affected them when they played against Alter Ego, right? So that's something that could play a part here with yangongalacticos.
Oh!
This is interesting.
Oh my God.
First pick Yuzhong.
Oh my God.
I feel like we're back a couple of years ago in Jakarta, man. M4.
Yeah, and the fact that it was left open, it's 100% contention rate up until like, I think day number 2 or day number 3, and
Yeah.
then we just don't see it. But never, you should never leave it open against Sanford is, I think, the general consensus for most teams. Yangon are playing with fire.
Hey, Coach Mars knows Coach RC very, very well. I feel like they just value something else even more.
Yeah.
Because you know that they will pick up either a Yuzong or a Grok, right? So I feel like it's okay to let go of the Yuzong if you can get something better. The question is, what's better right now?
Well, Kalea's pretty good. They will get themselves a Kalea, and then they go with the Barca. So this is what I was saying about Yangon Galacticos. Like, yes, we talked all about, you know, Blink's potential picks, the Hellcat, for example, but I do feel like going up against a team like Team Liquid is where you really want to go ahead and go with your fundamentals. And in the current meta, what we're seeing, these are two quality picks that you can go for. You've got great setup potential, great damage early on, start to finish with a Farsa. It's just the only weak point of the Farsa, obviously, is once that feather airstrike is down, that's that window for the opposing team to play into. So you want to go ahead and complement that the best way you can with their next 3 picks.
I wonder if TL wants to get a lead here. Oh, they go for the Gatot instead.
Okay. A solid answer. I think the classic answer to the Kalea. That actually worked out for Light as well, even though, again, the Gatot is standing at a pretty bad win rate right now.
Yeah.
It really comes down to the users and the rest of the team. How are you able to coordinate with the Gatakacha? So it's a Yusun Chin as well for karltzy. Yangon Galacticos. Do they reveal their jungler now, or do they flex it to the end like we have seen from Yangon Galacticos in the MSL Myanmar Season 2?
I wonder what's good here because I'm still not understanding the matchup for Leomord. I don't know if this is a Leomord kind of game. Because the other one is the Hayabusa, but I feel like we'll have some difficulties, especially if Sanford does win the lane. I'm just worried if you're using assassins. So they go for the Granger. And again, something that we did discuss, does have higher priority when the Claude is not there anymore.
Yeah. But this means that Yangon Galacticos are going to be very front to back, right? They're going to build the rest of their composition to really just facilitate the Granger and the Farsa. So, Fredrin is something that we're thinking about, but it's already not too good when you see a Yuzong on the other side.
Yeah, that's going to be tough because, you know, what do you put in the hands here of...
Are we smelling another cheese here? Something that we don't even think about?
The only thing I was thinking is maybe he goes for the Guinevere again. I don't know. Because like one of the tough things here is like we mentioned, Guinevere There's specific junglers that are picking that up. It hasn't won that much. And it's one of those things you're considering you're going against a YSS. That's actually a good ban, though. They do go with the Ruby ban. As I mentioned the last time the YSS game got played, typically you'll see some fighter golds get picked up. There's the Fredrin ban Mirko mentioned. So both teams really understanding the potential here for these lineups based off that first phase already.
Is it the Akai next, or are you going to ban the Guinevere? Because I think...
No, because I can see the Gwyn, but the reason why I'm not liking the Gwyn is that I feel like they need a front line, not a set, right? Because you can get a set on the EXP. I don't know, like,
Magic is my life.
other than Akai, I don't know what other jungler is a solid frontliner. Like, it's not just coming to my head.
I really like the respect, by the way, from both these teams, right? Because usually when you're already on Team Liquid side and you have Yu Zhong, you don't really think to ban the Fredrin because you want to have control over the neutral objective, and you can technically Petrify Fierce Dive him so that Yi Sun-shin can, you know, make a run for it for the red tree. But they still ban it because it's what YG need in their composition to fill in the gaps right now for Peel. And I love the fact that YG banned out the Harith as well. They're just taking away the comfort picks of Oheb. Yes, Farsa Granger, pretty good matchup against the Harith, but now that he's put into this position, he might have to go back on, say, a carry. Something that is pretty good, but...
in that matchup, unfavorable.
Yes, but also a bit traumatic, I think, after the whole gank him 9 times by SRG.
Yeah. But he could also just opt for, I don't know, a fighter still. Like maybe, the CC since the Ruby's gone, or something else. Maybe there's something else that Oheb has had planned for this lineup. If it is a traditional marksman, for example, and you're going against a Granger, then yeah, there's not too many options that we've seen at least brought out already in M7. So this is kind of what we're expecting them to do. You know, do they opt for marksman with space to work with? It looks like they're going to go Sora. So Sora Valentina, the Sora Gold.
Wow.
They saw it happen, you know, and this is learning from experience right here.
There you go. The last day they've been busy working on what they should go for next, or what picks they have to work on. And I guess Oheb has learned a thing or two.
Yeah, now this Valentina makes it awkward.
Upon the edge.
So they go for the Nolan. I was thinking of Nolan as well.
But there's not enough peel for the Farsa Granger.
Yeah,
I feel,
exactly.
right
That's
now,
why
ITL.
it's very awkward.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like Uranus pick. The only time I really like it was Cram using it. Basically just a moving wall, pushing everyone away.
Yeah.
And the utility is for everyone else. Here, not enough utility. Not for me.
Like you just don't like the Uranus in general. Or this specific lineup.
I would say, in general, I don't like it, but the lineup makes me not like it even more. That's how I would say it.
I think of this way, it's mainly just, like, because of the lineup, you got to be able to provide that front line and that vision in a way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the promotion match for both Team Liquid as well as yangongalacticos. Winner for this one will get match point and one step closer to getting to knockouts.
So we know what's at stake here for both the teams. yangongalacticos, a team that came into M7 surprising and shocking many of the international viewers who saw them for the first time. Had a very strong showing throughout their journey up to this point, and now face off against a giant in Team Liquid. Definitely a test ahead of them, but they've done it before. They can do it here. It is a best of 3, of course. And if they can secure themselves that spot in the knockouts off a win here against a team like Team Liquid, that would be massive for yangongalacticos.
So the way that yangongalacticos can really use their lineup here if they move fast, because having a Kalia, Farsa, Nolan, they can move pretty fast. And if they get some kind of lead for Ying, Ying can start living in the jungle of Team Liquid.
Oh, flicker out already for Sanji very early on. That's a big spell burned out.
Yeah, and I want to see more of that. If yangongalacticos, again, able to get Ying a favorable matchup against Sanford, and then just make sure that Karl does not get to farm ever, then that's a game where yangongalacticos can utilize the best aspects of each hero on their lineup.
Yeah, part of that too is, again, the pressure that a Farsa can bring early on throughout the course of the game, but now we're seeing more and more of the Nolan, you know, and I feel like that paired up with a Farsa works really well because they either work interchangeably, that you can either pop off a couple feathered airstrikes, soften up the targets, Nolan can swoop in, or vice versa. Noland allows you to go ahead and soften them up before the feathered airstrike has dropped down, and not to mention all this to play into Stitch, just like we saw in the hands of Dominkite. If he can go ahead, get a couple early kills, build up the stacks that he needs on a Sky Piercer, and work with this space. I feel like that might be one of the harder things, because you can see he's running the Flicker instead of the Purify, for example, that we saw earlier. So this first turtle looks like it's just going to be a clean take for TL.
Yep, beautifully done. Sanji steals away the Tsunami Slam just in case yangongalacticos walk up, but this is the signature Liquid style. They are able to build such a big lead off the start of the game through Turtle because it's free when you have a Yuzong.
Yeah, like, Sanford, can you win lane? Yes. Okay, we basically get Turtle for free. Sanford is showcasing since, I would say since M4, on
Yeah.
how